Welcome back to the Remote No Pressure podcast. Bill.
Well, hello. It's good to be back.
Bill and everyone else out there, thank you so much for listening. Thanks you.
Oh, I haven't been listening.
I said everyone else. I didn't say Bill. I said thank you everyone else for listening, for hanging out with us. You know what I mean? But you know, if you guys are on the YouTube channel, I should not have worn a white shirt. It looks like it's kind of bright. I'm not into. You should have caught this before. You know, you're the expert, Bill. You're the reason why everything goes so well.
I was fighting so many tech issues. I don't know. I mean, I was looking at wardrobe. We need a wardrobe. Intern.
We need a wardrobe intern. Maybe there's someone out there in the Grand Rapids area who's into wardrobe stuff. You know, and that's what we need. We really need a professional. You know, you and I, we're not compensated for the podcast, but I think we could pull our money together to compensate a full-time wardrobe person.
Wardrobe and
80, 90 grand a year.
Yeah.
Just to clothe us once a week.
Well, I don't know. Well, how far are we going with that? Because I mean, like, if they're just clothing us, like providing clothes, yeah. But if they're dressing us, that's gonna get weird. I don't think our wives would approve.
Look, I mean, my wife and I were pretty open-minded. Okay. My wife does not listen to the show.
Mine only does when I'm editing it.
Now here's the thing, though. If we brought in a full-time wardrobe assistant, she probably would listen to the podcast. She would take interest in what's going on. What do you mean you hired an assistant? Well, I needed someone. She's nice. Or we could go with a he that's not as awkward.
It's 2021.
I'm very comfortable in my skin.
Mm-hmm.
But him dressing me would be kind of odd.
Yeah.
I will honestly say that. I don't think I could handle I'm not exactly sure how we got on the subject, but I know that it would be kind of weird.
Anyways, it's good to be back.
It is good to be back, Bill. Season 5, episode 1. I know we're not gonna be consistently over the next couple months releasing stuff every week like we normally do, but as the season goes on, we'll be back into the routine. But we wanted to reach out to everyone. Bill, it feels good. I feel very refreshed. It's been a little while since we've recorded something because we take a break in the summertime to fish because we talk about fishing. We're producing a podcast. We're working full-time jobs. When do we have time to go fishing? So it's been really nice for me. I haven't got not as much as I've wanted to, for sure, because it's not just the show, it's not just the podcast, but we have a big show coming up in September that we've been busting our hump planning.
Say what now? Tell me more.
Tell me. Well, it's further down in the notes, so you guys can click below in the notes. In my notes.
Oh, can I copy off your work?
You can copy off of my work, Bill. But before we get started, it's like, okay, we have 2 more episodes of the Blue Collar Fly Fish podcast that'll be coming eventually. But some of the sponsors for the Blue Collar Fly Fishing podcast we're going to talk about here today because we're very grateful for people who are willing to put money where their mouth is and support this podcast. So I want to say thank you very much to Duck Camp. Duck Camp makes outdoor clothing, outdoor things that we all wear on a regular basis and super high quality. I just want to say super thank you to Duck Camp, duckcamp.com for all of your camping and outdoor clothing needs and hats. You're a hat guy, aren't you, Bill?
I am a hat guy. That way I don't have to do my hair.
Well, see, this is the dilemma I'm in. Okay, my hair is not great. Okay, even when I fix it, that's what we say in Texas. I'm fixing it. It's not good. I mean, I'm seeing more and more of the bald spot. So I wear a hat out of, I would say, more insecurity. Where you wear a hat,
just because it's messy,
and that bothers me.
You see,
that bothers me.
Today.
Look at that great hair. You guys go onto the YouTube channel, check out Bill's, and you're telling me you can't comb your damn hair, Bill?
You know I comb it, but I like it short in the summer.
Yeah,
and I just don't want to put crap in it every day.
Sure.
So I'll comb it in the morning and I'll put a hat on, and midday it's like a mess again already just from the hat, you know.
Yeah, but it's clean. It's nice.
It is.
You know, it just like, you know, it's almost like a spit in my face when I see someone with beautiful hair wear a hat, because it's like we've had this follicular we can't say follicular.
Oh yeah,
because that is not the right word. But I am hair follicle challenged. Where you have follically challenged.
I think that'd be better than follicular.
Where you have an abundance of follicles.
I do.
an abundance. I mean, the first time I met you, your hair went down to your ass almost.
Yeah, it did. It did.
I
should see if I can pull out an old photo for.
If you can find a photo, we're gonna switch to it right now on YouTube, so you can take a look at Bill's old hair. You were like a rock star, and you were a Zach Wilde fan. You were like into that scene, smoking cigs.
Yep. Drinking.
You had a Ford Ranger.
Oh man, yeah.
Manual transmission, right?
Yeah, manual. Oh, I miss manuals.
Yeah, manuals are great. Now, here's the deal with that. Didn't you have a skull or something like
Shifter
that?
knob.
Why I remember
I had Cobras
that
for the locks.
Okay.
And I had a skull for the shifter.
I
was a metalhead.
And a Ford Ranger.
Yep.
That's bad to the bone.
Two-wheel drive Ford Ranger.
You didn't have it jacked up though.
No.
You didn't have it jacked up.
It was stock, everything else, but I got broken into living up in the hood. And so I'm like, I'm getting an alarm system for it, and so that put power locks in it, and but it was completely stock, basic, your cheapest model truck you could buy back in the day.
Well, see, back in the day, it was called standard transmission because that was the standard. You had to upgrade to get the automatic transmission. So that's why it was called the standard, or we call it manual.
Probably
now.
Nowadays you'd have to pay extra to get the manual.
You would.
Oh,
yeah, unless you're in Europe or something like that. Yeah. I learned how to drive. I think I've talked about this on my father's Nissan Stanza.
We've talked about that.
Yeah, it's a little
and I had a different model of the Nissan Stanza.
You had the hatchback, right? Well,
yep.
I didn't have anything. And my dad made me fully aware that it's not my vehicle. Reminded me often, you don't mess with my 83 Nissan Stanza. But we would pull a boat with it. We had a John boat, 17-foot extra deep, extra wide, 24 horse. Evan Root on the back that thing, and I would shear pins like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, so most of y'all have heard the story, but we'd put the boat in there at the intercostal, and you'd have to shift perfectly because otherwise you were in the water. That was always an interesting time. So I see you. Look, are we recording? Is everything working properly?
Recording.
You see, we're back here. We're getting back in the routine of everything. So big thanks to Duck Camp for your support. Another big thanks and shout out to Imbrifex Books. They've published Aaron Reed's book, Fly Fishing Austin in Texas. Fly Fishing Austin in Central Texas, which is an amazing book. Pick yours up at your local fly shop there if you're in the Austin area. Living Waters Fly Shop, I think, holds them, but you can also order them online or order them. I think you can order them directly through Aaron Reed as well, so bluecollarflyfishing.com. But they're the publisher for his book, so they sponsor the podcast as well. And a big shout out to Real Ale Brewing if you're in the Texas Hill Country. Blanco, Texas is where they're both based out of. Do you like my hat, Bill?
I do. That's a pretty cool hat.
You guys can log on to the YouTube channel. Check it out.
Yeah, get a little closer there.
Real Spirits Distilling, Blanco, Texas. Nice hat they sent up. Actually, I think it was... they gave the swag to Aaron Reed, and Aaron Reed shared it to me. He said, you know what, Jeff, I'm sick of looking at your bald head. Have a hat.
It's screwing the lights up.
There's lots of reflection.
Now, going back to the follically challenged comment, I would be more upset about somebody who had a full head of hair and shaved it.
Oh, because
that's a big middle finger to...
that's to all of us, to all of us. Us versus you, hair versus non-hair, let's create some division like the politicians do.
Oh,
us versus them, baldies versus, and it's really, I've always kind of talked about that. Like people, like my father-in-law has beautiful hair and he shaves it. But why would you shave your head? And it's with like a 1, and sometimes he goes with like no guard at all, but it's not like a bic,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's beautiful.
I'll do a 2 guard on my sides.
On your sides, yeah.
But then I let it go like 2-3 weeks because sometimes I miss spots too, so I have to have my wife double check my work.
Yeah, I'm glad Jennifer's working out for you, man. Yes. She's a good.
She's perfect for me. Yeah,
she's awesome, man. She's really cool, and you are a better person. I mean, you were awesome before. I should say that, but you're more put together. It's just like it's just really cool to see you guys thriving, Bill. So big shout out to Jen, who puts up with the podcast, and big shout out to my wife who never listens. So doesn't matter anyways. I love you, baby. You're the best wife ever. It's funny because people put that stuff on Facebook. 25 years ago, I married the best woman in my life. Used to, when Facebook first came out, I would do that from time to time because it's just my friends,
Yep.
It's like everybody knows now it's just kind of that's great that you have to announce it to Facebook, and it's just, it doesn't mean the same.
Yep.
My wife just wants chocolate and dinner.
I don't need the accolades.
Champagne.
Just get me something.
Yeah. She's never on Facebook anyways, so
That's good.
yeah,
That's
it's good.
Yeah.
It's good, and it's good. She's not a social. She's a pretty introverted type person, so complete opposite of me. That's what you do, is you marry the complete opposite of you. So that's what they say.
I don't know. Jen and I are pretty much the same.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great, Bill.
Yeah, I know.
That's great. So anyways, back to what we were talking about earlier. We have an unbelievable event coming up. Oh, before we go there, where should I start? I got so much stuff. Okay, so we have an incredible night coming up September the 9th at Rockford Brewing. Okay, Rockford Brewing. Tickets are available on our website at remotenopressure.com. Just click on the live event tickets. Tickets are $15. If you're coming out and you see something on Facebook that says going, interested, blah, 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 and you are going, I would recommend you buying the tickets because it's a limited capacity and we probably will sell out pretty quickly. So go to remotenopressure.com and get your tickets. Buy them today. No, but seriously, I want people to come, and I want you to show up, and I want, if you're really wanting to come, the sooner you could purchase the tickets, the better for you. You can guarantee your place, I should say.
Yep.
But the night's going to be amazing. We have live music from the Parachute Adams Band. So you're going to come into the show. We're going to have live music from the Parachute Adams Band playing songs like Heaven, 10-Foot Pole, all the hits.
Playing the hits.
The hits just keep coming.
Playing Freebird?
No, we're not playing Freebird, but we have added a fiddleist, violinist, female to the group, and it is amazing, and it sounds really cool. So I'm very excited about that. It's actually Chris Rewa, our keyboard player's sister.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, you should listen to my sister. She's really talented. And I was like, I don't know. It's a family. What if she sucks? You know what I mean? Then I got to be like, Chris, look, and then he's my friend and everything gets awkward. She's amazing.
Awesome.
She's amazing. She's got an unbelievable voice. I can trust Chris. Chris has a good ear. He knows when someone sucks. And he's kind of a no-nonsense guy. So he's not going to refer just his sister just so he could do her a favor. And I just want to say with Kevin and with Troy, the whole band is just, we got a really cool vibe. There's no divas in the group. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Everyone's pretty chill.
Solid crew.
Yeah. So we're really cool. And that's what I like about our whole team at RNP. No one's really like that. We all watch out for each other. We do what's right by each other. And it's just a cool culture that I'm proud to be part of, Bill. And I'm including you, the RNP team.
Oh.
But anyways, so we're excited about that. So we're also, Drew Rosema from Feenstra Guide Service is going to be there. He's going to be doing some fly tying instruction after the music. So we got about an hour of music, and we got an hour of podcasting and fly tying with Drew Rosema from Feenstra Guide Service. So you can click on the link below. You can see he's a super busy guy, and he was happy to come out. He's going to show us how to tie a basic fly, which is the woolly bugger, and then some streamers off of that woolly bugger pattern. You're free to bring your tools, bring your vices, bring your materials. If you want some materials, we have on our website at remotenopressure.com, we have a prepackaged thing for everything for the night. So if you want to come and tie that woolly bugger, there's a kit online at remotenopressure.com that you can purchase with your ticket. You get a discount with your ticket. So buy your ticket and then it'll pop up. It'll give you, I think it's like a $5 or $6 discount on that because you're buying a ticket. And you can get if you don't have the materials to tie a woolly bugger, you can buy them from us.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Or maybe you're just looking to get into fly tying. Is your first okay, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Buy the kit. If you need a vise and tools, just shoot me an email. We are not bringing vise and tools, but if you need them, shoot me an email. We'll make sure you have those and make sure you're taken care of. But you can buy the kit and the materials online at remotenopressure.com. It's $15 a ticket. It also includes one free beer from Rockford Brewing as well. The ticket does.
You can't afford not to.
You can't afford not to. You got music. You've got beautiful people like me and Bill.
Whoa.
Me with a hat. Bill's going to do his hair that night.
Oh, all right. Well, I guess I'm doing my hair that night. All right.
I'm just kidding. I'm controlling. I'm we are all a loving environment
Bill,
here.
you're going to dress up this time.
You will wear a tuxedo and you will do your hair. You will shave your face. No, just kidding.
Whoa,
you do whatever you want, Bill. But you know what? I think the listeners would love love to see your hair. Here's another thing. And this, I didn't tell you this because Wild Bill is not on any social media, okay? But someone posted, when I posted up the event, they asked if Frozen Patty is going to be attending the thing.
Oh.
The Ghost of Frozen Patty. What do you think, Bill? I mean, you're the
Wow.
Frozen Patty expert.
I don't know if we can get her for that. I mean, I haven't had contact with Frozen Patty in over 20 years. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like, nor do I have a good medium to get a hold of her. But, I mean, like, maybe in spirit. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Maybe we can do a seance. And that's what I responded. I said, maybe we can do a live seance on the air and conjure up the ghost of Frozen Patty. If you guys don't know who the Ghost of Frozen Patty is, go back to some of our older episodes because they're amazing. Bill's Burger King days up in Cadillac, the Ghost of Frozen Patty. It's an amazing story. We all love it. The listeners love it. I don't know if Frozen Patty will be there. I've been needing. We got a couple new products out right now, and I have not gone into the interdimension yet to talk to Sasquatch. I eat the mushrooms. I go into the other dimension.
Yeah.
We negotiate.
How's that been working out?
It's been going great.
Yeah?
I mean, keeping in touch with everyone on the other side. So we have done a deal with Sasquatch that any of our products that you will never get attacked by a Sasquatch. We have brokered a deal.
That's
Even
right.
in breeding season, when you shouldn't be out, you don't have to worry about it. I've also worked a deal with Dogman.
Even in breeding season?
Even during their breeding season.
Wow.
They get irritable.
Yeah. Oh.
You don't be caught on the river with that. Okay. So I need to go into the interdimension again and see if I can find Frozen Patty. If I can find Frozen Patty.
Just ask Bigfoot.
Look, I'll ask Bigfoot. Look, I know.
What's Bigfoot's name again?
Bigfoot Sasquatch?
No. What do we call him? Who's our Bigfoot?
Skipper or something
Skipper, I
like
think?
that?
Yeah.
Skipper. It's like, look, you're the delegate here. You're the one that's coming in. We're working with you guys. I know you know the Easter Bunny. I know you've introduced me to Dogman. Saint Nicholas. All these people. I need to broker a deal with Frozen Patty. She needs to be there that night. I think that would be an amazing thing if we could get Frozen Patty to show up or at least talk to us.
Oh wow! I don't know if we can pull this off.
I don't know.
We're asking a lot here.
We're gonna try. That would really take. I think we could charge a lot more for tickets if we could get.
If not, maybe we'll plan one out for closer to Halloween with all of the above. I don't know.
With all of the above,
Yeah.
all of the above. We do have some gigs in September and into October. Some music gigs. The Parachute Adams Band will be announcing those dates. We could fit a show in. It would be fun to do a Halloween show, a live show for Halloween. It would be a lot of fun. The Grost of Frozen Patty. The Ghost of Frozen. The Grost. The Grost of Frozen Patty. We got a Sasquatch there. We can have the whole team come in from the from the other dimension.
From the other dimension, just coming in through a portal.
Through a portal. We can open a portal. Did you watch Ghostbusters growing up?
Oh yeah, the original.
Yes, and I think we've talked about this. I think it was rated PG. It may have been PG-13.
Maybe. No, we were talking more about Airplane,
Goonies, lots of swearing. The PG-13 movies that are PG movies back then that would be at least PG-13 now.
Yep.
Ghostbusters scared the crap out of me.
Same.
Remember when she opened the fridge?
Yep.
And that was that. Oh my gosh! It was like, holy crap!
Are you gonna watch the new one this summer?
I didn't know a new one was coming out.
They're making like a third part to that series, the original series. They're doing a third Ghostbusters movie. They had it ready last summer, but with COVID, they pushed everything back. Like the new Top Gun movie, I haven't seen that in theaters yet, but there's this third part to the Ghostbusters saga. Not the remake they did a couple years ago. That
was just awful.
Yeah.
It was awful. And the thing is, I love that. I love Ghostbusters so much. I collected all the action figures and everything back in the day, man. I loved Ghostbusters.
Did you watch the cartoon?
Scared the crap out of me though. No, I never really watched the cartoon.
There's a decent cartoon on, but of course, when you're a kid, cartoons are decent.
Every cartoon's great,
Yeah.
Yeah, like Gargoyles. Did you ever watch that cartoon? That was creepy, dude.
Briefly, I did. Yeah, that was.
Too heavy as a kid.
The Batman animated series, you remember that one? It
Yeah.
was just a darker cartoon, but that was pretty solid back in the day too.
Yeah, the things that my parents would let me watch, I'd be like, no, kids, don't watch that. It's like, have we gotten soft?
I think we have.
I
think we have. That or our parents just didn't care.
Maybe they didn't know. They weren't aware back then.
We could stay out till late, outside, and they didn't care. Like nowadays, people are so protective of their kids.
They didn't think we'd get abducted.
That's the thing these days. Trafficked.
Yeah, that's what they say. I think the numbers are... I got my own opinions on that. This is not a political show. This is a remote, no pressure show. So
It's about having fun outside.
We do our best to stay away from anything that's causing us stress. There's a lot of stress.
Like COVID.
Yeah. Don't say that.
I'm not gonna. I'm just giving examples, like the Delta variant.
Why do you keep going? We're gonna get banned on YouTube. And just like that, we're on a list. Just like that. I just want to get remote.
It's not like pressure. We're talking about the election. That's how we got banned.
Certain
that
letters.
was how we got banned.
A letter between P and R in the alphabet.
Oh, it took me a minute. I'm like, I'm thinking, like, what? Oh, yeah.
I don't say that word.
Nope.
But we do our best to stay away. We want to get remote. And that's the whole point of the event. You're stuck. A corporate refugee is what I call people, because I am one as well. And I've worked as a corporate refugee where I feel like a refugee. My job now is not like that, thank God. But the whole reason I started fly fishing is to get away from all the nonsense. And the more I fish this weekend, it's like the more I fish this summer, it's like, okay, now I understand why I started the podcast. There's something about fly fishing. There's something about being outdoors that gets you away from all the nonsense. Clears your mind. It's a yoga thing for me. You know what I mean? It's
without having to be so flexible.
What do you mean?
Yoga.
Yes, it's like exactly. I'm not doing downward doggy. I'll let that one marinate for a second. Downward doggy. That's what happens all the time. People stretching around, passing gas. I can't do yoga. I've tried doing yoga.
Have you tried the hot yoga yet?
No.
Doesn't that just sound miserable?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds miserable enough, and then you had hot to it. I think I would really enjoy it, though. I'll be realizing with my hip, I can't really stretch too much.
Yep.
You know, I could do like the cat thing, which helps my back.
Yep.
But I can't do a whole lot of stuff with my injured hip. But I think stretching like that would feel, if you could do that, would feel pretty good. Mm-hmm. Do you do yoga, Bill? Are you a yoga guy?
I did DDP yoga, which you remember
Diamond
DDP?
Dallas Page,
That's
baby.
Right. He has a whole yoga series he put out like 10 years ago, probably now. And I got into it like 2013.
Okay.
And I did it pretty good for about a year and a half, and then you just fell off the wagon. But yeah.
Did you get more flexible and all that stuff?
I don't think I got more flexible. It wore me out. It was like a pretty intense workout too, without being too intense. Like, oh, I can't walk or I can't move.
Right.
Just doing poses would like get your heart rate jacked way up. It was pretty awesome for that.
That's pretty cool, man. Yeah, Diamond Dallas Page, dude. We need to do a WWF. You know how we have the Another News segment?
Yeah.
We need to do a WWF segment like once a month at least.
But then people are going to think it's the World Wildlife Foundation.
WCW.
There you go. I wasn't a big fan until after they got bought out. But
see, I wasn't a big fan after they got bought out. It just seemed more innocent.
I know. I liked the Attitude Era of wrestling.
Yeah.
The NWO, DX, The Rock, Stone Cold.
I liked before the Attitude Era.
Oh, the Hogan years.
That was like, because it seemed more wholesome. It wasn't so like, well, I was watching one with Stone Cold the other day.
Yeah.
Yes, I do watch this on YouTube. It brings me back to my child. You know, and he beat up Vince McMahon's son.
Yep.
You know, he did a Stone Cold stunner.
You know why people like that? Because it was sticking it to their boss.
Yes.
And people couldn't do that in real life. But they could tune into wrestling.
Yes.
And here's this redneck drinking beer, flipping people off and beating up his boss. And, you know, he was a hero.
And that's what I noticed. And you know, he's, let me hear you. And everyone goes, hell yeah.
Yep.
You know, it's like a cult.
Yeah.
You know, these people got their chants. It is hard to watch and not get fired up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's so cool.
I missed it. Like, that was my jam in my early 20s. I'd get home from school, work, whatever, and I'd buy a 12-pack of beer, and I'd just wait for Raw or SmackDown back in the day to come on. That's amazing. I looked forward to that all week, Thursdays and Mondays.
You said when you were a kid, you would get a 12-pack of beer.
Yeah, well, you know, up north, Michigan, they don't care. The rules are out the window. I said my early 20s.
Well, your dad let you smoke a cig, right? Didn't he let you take a puff off?
He let me take a drag off his cigarette when I was like, maybe like 8 or 9. Yeah,
God, our kids are so weak,
awful.
dude. Our kids are weak. Dude, I got burned by a cigarette at the Dairy Queen when I was like 5. I was running around Dairy Queen. I got burned on my arm. And my mom, she blamed me for it. You shouldn't have been running around. Sit your butt down. The guy lights it back up and starts smoking again. Nowadays,
different era, man.
Now he'd be sued.
Yep.
You burned my kid. And you're sure as hell aren't going to see someone smoking in a Dairy Queen.
No. Oh, man. I remember when they stopped that here in Michigan, 2010.
Yeah, and all the bars and everything.
Yeah.
I was happy though. I don't like cigarette smoke.
It was
too
a
much.
bummer if you're a smoker,
Uh-huh.
but not smoking. It's like, oh, it's really nice. Not that you don't come home stinking of cigarettes after you go out to dinner. You know,
or bowling. Bowling was the worst. You go bowling, it's like, ugh. Even if you don't smoke, it's just 3 days. Your whole you
Yep.
stink. I'm not a huge fan of that. I was kind of happy, but McDonald's used to have ashtrays on all their tables.
I remember that.
Those foil ashtrays.
When I worked at Burger King, I found ashtrays in the back room.
Did you really?
Yep. We didn't allow smoking while I was there, but they still had old cigarette ashtrays from the past. Yeah.
Oh man, did you ever get pissed at someone and throw an ashtray at them?
No, I didn't. I wasn't.
My parents
Not bad.
left us alone a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. I may or may not have a scar. I may or may not have a scar above my eye from an ashtray.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding. It was
Wow.
chicken pox,
Oh, okay.
which once I had it, I had natural immunity to it.
Yep. No vaccines needed.
Stop saying to me more.
You drew me into that one.
I did.
You.
I was setting you up 100%. Oh my gosh. Okay, before we move on, I want to say we do have a new on our website, remotenotpressure.com. We have this cool clipper set. It's even got our logo on it. I don't know if you could see the logo or not. But it's a nipper set. It's
A nipple set.
not a set of nipples, but a nipper set. And you say, well, why would nippers? Why don't you just say nippers versus the nipper set? Well, it has a it has a knot tying tool. It has a hook sharpener. It's clippers, and we even got this little pulley system. And we're giving them away for free. We just ask that you pay shipping and handling. It's like $298. The reason why is because we're building up our email addresses, and so instead of paying a marketing firm, we're just kind of taking the hit on these and saying,
Why not
hey,
just charge a solid $3? Why not take that 2 cents for profit?
that's not how we roll, Bill. Shipping and handling. So
Fair
I think they're like, yeah, that's why, Bill.
Hey,
It's marketing.
that's integrity. That's integrity.
So go on our website, remotenotpressure.com. Claim your free nippers today. You like that?
Claim
your free
Claim
nippers,
your nippers today.
What are you doing down there, babe? Claiming my nippers.
What are you doing on the internet?
Hold on, boo. I'm about to claim these nippers. Almost done. There it goes.
Come on, man.
I knew you were going to get one of those in today. I
know.
knew you were going to go to this.
I forgot about that. I was just looking at the device. I'm like, oh man, I forgot about this one.
Oh my gosh. Well, today, in other news, Bill, this article came out, looks like July the 6th, and I've been sitting on it ever since.
Wow.
I couldn't wait to talk about it. Methamphetamines in waterways may be turning trout into addicts, according to CNN. This is not out of Allegan County either. And for those of you not in Michigan, you know you have a county that's known for the methamphetamines. Again, hopefully we're not getting banned off of something. I can't say anything.
Yeah, if you talk about meth too much, it's offensive.
In waterways, maybe turning trout into addicts. This is according to CNN. You can click the link below. Brown trout can become addicted to illegal drug methamphetamine when it accumulates in waterways. According to new research, researchers led by Pavel Horky, I love the name, a behavioral ecologist from the Czech University of Life Sciences in Prague, set out to investigate whether illicit drugs alter fish behavior at levels found in bodies of water, according to the study published Tuesday. The team put 40 brown trout in a tank containing a level of methamphetamine that has been found in freshwater rivers for a period of 8 weeks before transferring them to a clean tank. Then every other day, the researchers checked whether the trout were suffering from meth withdrawal by giving them a choice between water containing the drug or water without. A further 40 trout were used as a control group. Trout that had spent 8 weeks in water containing meth selected water containing the drug in 4 days after moving to fresh water. This indicates that they were suffering from withdrawal because they sought out the drug when it became available, according to researchers. The full-length article is down below. My question is, who's going to create the meth fly?
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
If they're addicted to it.
Mm-hmm. Just got to get close.
It's almost like, we have the floatant.
Yep.
Maybe some floatant that has...
Rub a little meth on there.
Put a little meth on that floatant, put it on the fly, call it good.
That'll fix that. Put a little meth on it.
Yeah. I've seen people catch carp on corn and bread, crumbs.
Yeah, you talked about that, yeah.
It's like, why don't we do like a meth fly? It's like a little crystal.
Then it's just going to open up to all the other drugs, too.
Yeah.
You have little gummies on a fly.
Gummies on a fly. I've seen some cigarette butts on a fly. Someone tied up a cigarette pattern the other day. It was pretty cool.
Did it work?
Because, people throw their butts out,
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting. I don't know if it worked or not, but it was a cool pattern that they
to bring awareness.
To bring awareness. You know what? We don't have enough awareness. We don't have enough awareness of things.
That's right.
The whole awareness thing, it's like, you know what? I'm going to try to sell this product. What could we make it aware of?
What can we make the product aware of, or how do we make people aware of it?
We're creating this product to make people aware of blah. Like let's just say, I'm trying not to be offensive here. Let's just say that we need to be aware of something that we're all fully aware of. Say like depression, for instance. I would say sometimes I suffer from depression. I think that's a pretty common ailment in the United States, especially through the times that we've had in the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Who's not fully aware of depression?
But we should still do like a walk for depression.
We should still do a
walk.
We all wear black. That's the color. We wear a black band, that says,
to remind us of depression.
What is that? What is that black band you wear? You go into a business meeting, the strong, the testicular cancer one from the biker. What was his name? That had been faking. He had been like drugging and stuff. So he had like the strong yellow band. Yep. It was like strong or whatever.
I can't remember his name. Wow.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong.
Yeah.
That's right.
So we can have one that's like black. And when people ask us, well,
to bring awareness.
What's the black?
What's your cause?
What's the black cause? And you just put your head down. Depression. I need to be fully aware of and I'm not making fun of depression because I suffer from depression, so I can make fun of depression.
That's right.
I am one.
I am one with depression.
I am one. I've had some pretty dark days. There's no doubt about it, But it just seems like everything's just trying to bring awareness. And after all, when are we going to be fully aware of everything?
Do we want to be aware of everything?
That's the other question,
Sometimes ignorance is bliss.
Oh, my God. Red pill, blue pill. Sometimes I wish I could just go back and being ignorant on some things.
I know. You open your eyes to some things, and it's like the 90s was a great decade for me.
Oh, God. The 90s are the best.
Yeah.
Because you didn't know anything.
We were kids.
You were in a bubble.
Yep.
You didn't have the internet bombarding you. You got the paper. That's where you got your news. We weren't keeping up with everything like we should. Or like we do. Not like we should, but like we do. It was like... the
internet was just getting started. It really didn't... You weren't bombarded with all the crap. Like
and that was toward like the end of the 90s. Yeah. The internet was. So the first part of the 90s, like I remember my senior year in high school, 1998, Brazos Wood Buccaneer. I was, in the senior year, you have these dumb classes like teacher's aid and then like one math class or something like that.
Yeah.
Math, not meth.
Well, depending on the school.
Depending on the school.
Got to raise awareness.
Some people are not aware at the school I went to. No, but I took a typing class because it was still called typing.
Oh, yeah.
And I was a teacher's aide and they had computers and I set up my first Yahoo account and I'm like,
wow. I had a Hotmail.
Cool. Man.
I think I did a Yahoo at some point. I don't know. I've had a bunch of emails, but I've since deleted all of them. But like my main one, and of course you got to have a work one too.
Yeah, you got to have a. Yeah, I had a Juno. That was the one that I used not long after that because Juno was free internet. So when I went to college, I set up my Juno account. That's no longer. I don't know. I haven't checked my Juno account in 20 years.
Is that a thing?
I don't even know. I did go to MySpace the other day though, just to see if it was there.
Nostalgia.
Just to see.
Yeah,
it was still there. It's not the same, but
is Tom still there? I heard Tom got his own Facebook account. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, Tom, I gotta give him a holler.
Yep.
You can pick like 3 friends. Everyone else sucks. Like your top.
Oh, you
friends.
could have it up to like 9 or 12.
Oh, was
I
it?
think.
Was
it?
Okay, yeah.
However many you wanted to. But yeah, then you'd shuffle your friends. Who's your top? You know.
Yeah, they're just not gonna make it anymore.
Yep.
You guys getting shifted down.
You've missed the cut. I'm gonna have to knock you out of the top 12.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. There's someone new in town. Yeah, but anyways, so that's everything for this week, Bill. You know, we thank you for our sponsors. Make sure I got everything. Don't forget, September the 9th, mark your calendars, buy your tickets today because we will sell out. It will be a sellout show. It's local. We're going to hear music from the Parachute Adams Band. You can check that out on any of your streaming channels. We also are going to have fly instruction for beginners and experts from Drew Rosema from Feaster Guide Service. So bring your tools, bring your vices. If you need stuff, give me a holler, or you can buy the product. What were you going to say, Bill?
I was going to say, and they're going to supply vices also if you're talking about the beer, right?
We got all kinds of vices that will be available. But your fly tying vice.
That's a different story.
That's a different story. I wonder if we could do a play on that. Some kind of like... Maybe start a vice company called Miami Vice.
Oh.
And they're like pink and like those
like 80s
pastel colors.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I can't say these ideas
Nobody wears
over.
socks.
You got to wear one of those white like coats with nothing
Blazers.
underneath it.
Yep,
Yeah.
just a blazer.
I remember when I was like in kindergarten, my buddy and I had matching blazers. And I called it my Miami Vice jacket. Got it at Wieners.
Whoa.
Wieners. Yeah, that was the name of the place. Wieners.
Is that still around?
No. Got chopped off somewhere along the way by Bobbitt's Clothing Design.
Is that a place down there too?
No. But that would be funny if it was.
It would be.
Bobbitt's came in.
If Bobbitt's came and wiped out wieners.
Cut them out of the market. Only 90s people will understand Bobbitt's.
Yep.
Wasn't that a 90s thing? Bobbitt?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't save the wieners. I think they're all gone now, but that's okay. That's okay. Bill, thank you for hanging out with me this morning.
Always a pleasure.
We want to see you guys September 9th at Rockford Brewing. Come out for the giveaways, contest. Bill, any last words?
None. I'm taking a vow of silence after this until the next episode.
Every damn time. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Until next time, go fishing.